I see you shiver with anticipation.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
Welcome to Home Team Sports. Welcome to Tuesday night. I am the Big Alboski. He is Shango. He is Cousin Phil. He is Anthony Joseph. And before we get started, guys, I got a couple of shout-outs to do. Number one, I want to shout out to my boy Mike Brill, who is watching at some point tonight. Maybe not live, but watching. Today is the big 4-0 for Mike. Mike was one of the originals as far as around the turnbuckle goes. He was going to be involved, but he got busy working two jobs. So a big shout out to the big 4-0, the 40th birthday of my boy Mike Brill. I love you, brother. Also,
now your 40th birthday, do you pick out your casket?
Watch yourself. You're pushing 40, my friend.
I got years to go, baby. Years to go.
All right, it's Shango that's getting close. All right,
damn young people.
That's why I smell death in the room. Shango.
Yeah.
Right. Also, man, I want to also give a shout out to my stepmother Kathy, who just had her 74th birthday yesterday. So happy birthday, Kathy. I don't know if she's watching this or not, or will be watching this or not, but happy birthday to you, pal. We call each other pal. And please note that little scroll on the bottom of your screen there, the Big Alboski Raw podcast. If you haven't checked it out, go on Spotify. I'm on Spotify. I randomly drop episodes. I've done 5 so far. They're going to be random every couple of days, whatever pops into my head. So show me some support and some love on that. Don't forget to go to 2M1L Media and subscribe to our YouTube channel. This Thursday is going to be a special episode of Shooting the Shit with Al and Spit with me and TJ Spitter from Spittin' with Spitter. We're going to be talking about the NBA All-Star Game. The whole, who made it, who was snubbed, should they even be having the game, all that cool stuff. We're not going to be talking about that tonight, but tonight, with my boys here, blockbuster thing happened, man. Mr. Watt goes to Arizona for the tune of $31 million and a $26 million guaranteed. I have questions, but before I have questions for you guys all to answer, I looked up some stuff, and this is all from the NFL Network. 5 reasons why Jjy Watt going to Arizona makes sense. Okay. He's familiar with the defensive coordinator, Vance Joseph. He was the defensive back coach his rookie year, so he's familiar with him. He gets to be on the same line with Chandler Jones, which might help the sack total go up a little bit. Last year was his worst sack total of his career. The Cardinals, if they have a backup plan if they lose Reddick. Reddick is one of those guys that they might or might not use. He's going to cost them $15 million if they keep him. Think about the lane. Think about that line though with Jones, Reddick, and Jjy Watt. I mean, come on. But I don't know if they're going to be able to keep it all. The Cardinals are a playoff team. Most people don't think that when you think the Arizona Cardinals, but Murray's a good quarterback. They have lots of weapons on offense. They have that defense. Add Jjy Watt. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to win that division, but if Russell Wilson leaves Seattle, which we'll talk about later, who's going to stop? I mean, the Arizona, it might be between them and maybe the 49ers. I don't know for the West, but I'm just saying Arizona's a playoff team. So it's not like he went to some team like Jacksonville or something where he's not going to go to the playoffs. I do think he took the money instead of worrying about a ring, though. I think that's my opinion. And also one last thing, the Cardinals play the Texans this season in Arizona. That's going to be fun. So your thoughts, guys, on Jjy Watt not only going to the Cardinals, but did the Cardinals pay too much? Who wants to go first?
I believe they did. I believe they did. How old is Jjy Watt? What, 32?
32, 33. This is his 10th NFL season.
All right. And he has a history of injury.
He does.
He gave $31 million to a guy who really doesn't play Like, how many full seasons has he played over the past? We'll go 4 years.
I mean, he played a full season last year.
Yeah, and that was the first time in how long?
Since 2018.
Yeah, that was the first time since 2018. So you're gambling, investing that much into a guy who has a history of injury.
Especially
Jjy Watt
the
is
guaranteed money.
Yeah, the guaranteed money was insane. That's the thing I had a problem with. Like, make one of those years voidable. Like, you
This
get
is for
X amount
2
of
years,
money.
by the way. I forgot to put that on there, but this is 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years, $31 million with 26 guaranteed. That's an insane amount of money to get somebody who has a significant injury history. The guy can play. I will give him that. The guy is one hell of a player. But that's a lot of money to try to invest on the defensive line. And yeah, their defense surprised a lot of people. They got Buda Baker in the backfield, who was a pickoff and playmaking machine on that defense. They got Chandler Jones on that line. They got Reddick coming off that line. You add if they can keep Reddick and you add Jjy Watt, I mean, that pass rush is going to be interesting. That's all I can say. But can Jjy Watt stay healthy? He proved it last year, but again, since 2018, that's his first healthy season. So.
What do you think, Cuz?
I'm still laughing. It's like history of health probably hasn't played a full season since 2008. So one fucking season we're missing.
He didn't play 2016, 2017.
Right. Every other year. Every other year.
18. That's why I was laughing. We didn't give the details. I like this move. It shocked everybody but one person. They were in talks. Jjy Watt wears the 99, and that's been retired by the Arizona Cardinals by Mr. Goldberg, not Bill Goldberg, but another one who had a great career and was interrupted by World War II. So the daughter gave him permission to wear it, number 99.
So he won't be 99. That's what you're saying?
No, he is. He got permission to wear it. He did get permission to wear a retired number. See, I like it because you got Buda Baker, Chandler Jones, Hopkins. You remember last year I picked Arizona, and I liked them. And Seattle. I don't care what anybody says. When you have something this big, this news, teams always falter. Russell Wilson, this is going to affect the team chemistry. I mean, this is supposed to be a team captain. Stories are saying he wants out. Story says he does it. Yada yada. This that. He's unhappy with the situation. DK Metcalf and him arguing that one game. The Rams got Stafford. I mean, we'll see what happens there. I like Stafford. And the 49ers were hit with injuries. How well can they come back? They still don't have a quarterback. So this helps that defense that struggled in some games last year because you never knew what you were getting with Arizona. Some weeks they looked great. Next week they look like shit. There was no close game, but we'll see. I don't know. I like this move. I guess I don't think any of us said Arizona, 2 weeks ago, last week. But that's all I got.
Nope. Anthony said the Giants. What do you think, Anthony?
I didn't say the Giants.
He said the Browns.
You know what?
I'm
going to piggyback off that. I love what Phil said, and I totally disagree with everything he just said. This is a dumb move for the Cardinals. You're paying a lot of money for an aging guy that can't stay healthy. Jjy Watt has become a drama queen. He was quiet. He always had his nose down, went about his business. Lately, he's become such a drama queen. It's ridiculous. I don't think Arizona's defense is that good, and I think adding him doesn't help. They could have put in other pieces to maybe boost that defense, and they're not a playoff team. So he sold out for the money, not the ring, because he's going to be in last like he's been last 10 years of his career.
Who has the most sacks since 2011 in the NFL?
The guy had an amazing career in the beginning.
I know.
Chandler Jones. We know. And then it's Jjy Watt.
Correct. And now they're on the-
Let's talk about how many sacks J.J. Watt has averaged the last 5 years.
So you think he's done?
How many sacks has he averaged?
I'm just saying. Do you
years?
think he's done?
Let me ask you a question.
Last 5 seasons, how many?
Do you think who
5.
gets double teamed? Who gets double teamed this time?
He was
Who gets
double teamed because there was
But who
nobody
gets-
else
He had
on that line
Clowney.
in
He had
Houston.
Clowney.
There was nobody else in Houston.
Clowney was a failure.
There was nobody on that line in Houston.
No,
Okay.
no.
We'll
so
see.
you go. So
Time will
you
tell.
go. So who do you double team? Do you double team Watt or do you double team Jones?
Exactly.
You double team Jones, who's a better. Watt's go. Yeah, there ain't nobody 1-on-1. I'm gonna go with Watt in
So
that
you paid-
division.
so you-
Watt
paid-
was getting handled 1-on-1 though. Watt was getting handled 1-on-1.
I agree with that.
I mean-
No, that's true now.
I mean, yeah. Now it's true.
Yeah.
But the last 2 seasons, Watt was getting
He's trying to
handled
troll.
1-on-1. They stopped double teaming Watt. They honestly did. They
So
stopped
what do you
double-teaming.
think? Healthy season over under 10 sacks.
Under.
Sacks.
Under.
If he's healthy the whole season.
Yes.
Under.
Over under.
Oh, I'm going
He
over
ain't gonna be healthy.
Who
though,
are
so
they
you might as well
playing?
just say how many games will he play
What?
under over.
Who are they
Who are they
playing?
playing?
No.
Arizona plays like the Rams twice, Seattle twice, 49ers twice.
You're talking
They're
about a
gonna play
team,
The
you're talking about a
AFC
team that
they'll
was
get that.
one Hail Mary away from having a losing record.
Carson Wentz like 4 times when they play the Colts because they're playing the South. They're playing the AFC South, so they're playing Houston, Indianapolis, Tennessee.
I say Houston wins that game.
Oh my God!
What?
Shut up! Stop! Just stop.
Hey, that's
Hey,
pretty
what?
good for Arizona. That's pretty good
If
for Arizona.
if they have
sucked in
if
the
they have
regular
Watson
season
at
big
quarterback,
games.
you don't even know if they're gonna have Watson.
Listen, the team was one Hail Mary away from having a losing record last year, and we were praising them like they're great.
Who?
Arizona,
We're not saying they are. We're just saying.
I'm not saying they're great. I'm saying
they're not even a playoff team.
they're a playoff team, and
They're not a
Houston
playoff
is
team.
not. Yes,
They're
they
not
are.
a playoff team. No, they're not.
Yes, they
They're
are.
more of a playoff team than them Giants.
And then Houston.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know if they are more of a playoff team than the Giants because you have a losing record and still make the playoffs in the East.
That's fair.
Those- that kid,
Yeah,
man.
That's fair.
Gracious.
That's fair. That
Good
is
luck
very
with
fair.
Jalen Hurts. Good luck.
Bring on the Hurts, baby.
Yeah, you guys
talking
are
about?
drafting a quarterback number 6.
Our next subject is a lot of states, if not all of them, are lifting a lot of the COVID restrictions to allow fans at sporting events, both at the NBA and NHL, but also in MLB. All opening days in April will have fans in the stands. For example, the Yankees are predicting they're going to have somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000 at Yankee Stadium on opening day. The Phillies are projecting to have somewhere between 8,000 and 9,000 on opening day. The percentages
It's probably the only
vary
time
by
the Phillies are
state.
overdraw the
The
Yankees.
average is 20% outdoors and 10% indoors. What do you guys think of that? Hopefully things are getting back to normal with the vaccine and all that shit.
Are you surprised?
Surprised about what?
Everything opening back up?
No. I'm glad. I think it's taken way too long in my book. Like one of the biggest things I miss the most about professional wrestling, watching it on TV or whatever, is there's no fans. You know, it's that they had the Raw and SmackDown have the Thunderdome or whatever, or any other wrestling you watch is like, or you know, all the indie stuff is all live streamed with no fans. And every guest I talk to on Around the Turnbuckle is that same problem. It's like, man, we just missed that interaction because they play off the fans. A lot of the moves they do used to get reactions where they're not getting any. They're getting zero reaction now. The Thunderdome, they pump in crowd noise like that, which boos the heels and cheers the faces, which, yeah, generically, I guess that might happen. But like in certain venues, Shango, you know this, like Chicago, Philadelphia, New York, sometimes they take shows over.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl was great because of the fact that they put as many people as they could spread out, and then they had cutouts filling it up. So the stadium looked full. Like it looked pretty cool, and it sounded good. It sounded like, there was actually people there. I think indoor it's going to be cool with NBA and NHL having fans, because 2,000, 3,000 people in an arena might sound like a lot more than that because it echoes and all that stuff. So, what do you think, Shango?
I agree. I think it's going to be good for the sport to start having fans back in.
Hi, Rachel. Thanks for chiming in.
It'll be something as far as like to kind of piggyback what you said about off of like being a wrestler and performing in front of a crowd. It's a different feeling. It's an absolutely different feeling. Like that crowd, it energizes you, and like it kind of helps push you. Like you're exhausted, you're tired, you do something, and the crowd just like pops for it. It's like you get a second win out of it. So a lot of times the crowd is necessary to help fuel a lot of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like personally speaking, I think that getting back to normal and some sense of normalcy, it'll be beneficial for the sport itself. So
I mean, and obviously the crowd it makes a difference for like football games, like when there's momentum or like the crowd gets the team pumped up, or maybe they're trying to make a defensive stand and the crowd noise affects the play or something like that. Like shit happens there. But like with hockey and NBA, the crowd getting involved usually just gets the players like riled up, like especially in the NBA. But as far as hockey goes, you hear nothing, and then all of a sudden somebody scores. If the game was already 1-0 going the other way, the visiting team's ahead 1-0. The home team scores, that place explodes, and that gets them fired up to play a little harder, score again, whatever. Baseball, though, and Anthony could probably speak to this a little better, but baseball, having a crowd there might not be as important as football, but having a crowd there means something to the players, I think. Right, Anthony?
No, I disagree.
You think it doesn't matter if there's fans there or not?
No, I think it matters in baseball.
Well, that's what I just said. You said I disagree.
No, you said it doesn't matter as much.
No, I said it doesn't matter as much as football games, like momentum-wise. I think it matters more. Okay. I think baseball, man, when you're down a few runs and all of a sudden, you get a few guys on base and that crowd gets rocking, man. I think it helps. Yeah. I think should be back to normal as soon as possible. You happy about fans in the stands, cuz?
I don't know. I don't care. I mean, talk about fans in the stands and some of the things like you guys were talking. I was thinking of Spike Lee and Reggie Miller and LeBron James and the rich bitch out there in LA this year. And here's the thing, man. Like
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah,
you thought of them, and I thought about the guy running in the stands and punching some fans. That's what I thought.
I thought about the
he was wearing white shoes.
Scale at Veterans Stadium.
But what I'm saying is, like, is this really like wrestling's a whole totally different ball game than sports.
Not even a sport.
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh man.
My point is like Seattle. How bad was Seattle affected with the 12th man? You know what I mean? At home.
Yes.
My point is, and I'm going to be the devil's advocate in this whole conversation. Is this more a safety thing or a financial thing? You know what I mean? Just because we have the vaccine, like, doesn't mean you cannot still get COVID.
Right, but having 8,000 people in a place that holds 60,000 people, you can spread them out and be safe about it. Everybody's wearing masks.
So you only get
you just cough on every other
6,000 people sick instead of.
See? Look,
I'm just saying, like Yankee Stadium's going to have roughly 4,700 opening day.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not against fans in the stands. You know what I mean? My point is like, is this move a financial move, or are they taking?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like throwing safety out the window. Yeah, we're having less people, but you still are the concession stands going to be open. You still got lines getting in, lines getting out. You know what I mean? You can't 6 feet. Everybody, yeah, it's great. You get to your seat. You're 6 feet. Yeah, and sterilization.
Think of bathrooms. Well, I mean, bathrooms get crowded.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
there's a lot more factors. I would enjoy, like, I stopped watching wrestling this year because there's no fans. It ain't the same for it ain't the
Right.
same. You know what I mean? And I couldn't follow it. You know, same thing with sports. Like I still watch a football game. I enjoy it. It was a big difference.
Will you watch the XFL when it comes out?
I did watch it last year when it came
No,
out.
you did.
Yeah.
So you'll watch it next February when The Rock rolls out his version.
I will, but I'll be like I said, I will. I'll still watch baseball, and I agree with AJ. Like that ninth inning, you know, with bases loaded, down by 2, and your batter comes like, I mean, or the
Mariano
pitcher.
Rivera's up there, and the crowd's going nuts on every pitch.
Oh, see,
No, if Mariano's up there, it's over, so it doesn't matter.
But they would get loud when he was up there.
oh yeah. I mean,
But you're right.
People
You don't have to worry
love him.
about him no more. He retired.
Yeah.
All right. So
Now you got Chapman. You gotta hold your breath. He doesn't walk the ballpark.
oh my goodness. So we talked about this pre-show that Russell Wilson is most likely probably going to stay in Seattle, but if he goes anywhere, it won't happen until June 1st. But he did. Adam Schefter reported that he wants to stay in Seattle, but if he is to be traded, he has a no trade clause, and he only wants to play for either Chicago, Las Vegas, Dallas, New Orleans. Where does Mr. Wilson end up, in your opinion?
Seattle.
Seattle.
All
I
you
mean,
say that.
I'm trying to figure out why Chicago's on this list. I mean,
Or Dallas.
that's like being a free agent and signing with the Cardinals. It doesn't make sense.
They're on the list because he called those names.
I know. I don't know why he called those names.
Market.
They're
I
big
don't-
market teams. All of them are
Listen,
big market teams.
Chicago is not that bad. I don't know why you guys keep saying that. Their quarterback,
I'm not.
Allen Robinson.
They're a quarterback away.
They lost them.
Yeah.
They're gonna lose them.
I mean, they're great defense. They got a great defense there.
Okay. So the defense side of the ball is okay. Who you got on offense?
Russell Wilson, and they get maybe another receiver, tight end.
Or two?
You got David Montgomery, who
Oh yeah. So we want to
showed up
sign a
last
quarterback that bitch about get hit.
The Bears.
He's gonna get hit again.
The
Yeah.
Bears.
the Bears.
Let me put it to you this way. I don't want fucking Russell Wilson in Dallas. That's
Neither
for
do
damn
I.
sure. And
Dallas
you shouldn't either,
pulled out.
Anthony Joseph.
I'm not scared of
Dallas
Russell
pulled
Wilson.
out. Dallas
Neither do
pulled
I.
out.
He ends up then you're putting Russell Wilson in a fucking division with Jalen Hurts, Danny Dimes, and fucking the Heineke kid in Washington.
Yeah.
Hello?
Who's the best quarterback of those four?
AJ.
Danny Dimes. I hear
No.
you, Phil.
All right.
Because Danny Dimes is better than Russell Wilson, right?
And
He's like
Phil
5'5". He
Dallas
can barely
pulled
throw
out.
over the line.
Dallas pulled out, which was one of the smart things they've done recently.
Why did they pull out? They're going to go with Dak?
They're
They're
concentrating on Dak. They're concentrating on Dak right now.
Yeah, but why
It's-
won't they give him a contract?
That's what they're working on.
They franchise tagged him.
When again?
Not yet.
They're gonna franchise tag him.
There reports are hearing that they're close to a contract, but they
Yes.
said the same thing last year. They said they're real close to a contract. Like they have a better footing than they did last year.
Something.
But the thing is, the free agency deadline is coming up, so they're trying to get this deal done before they have to franchise tag him. Because if they franchise tag him, they're gonna still end up paying him $37.7 million
For 1 year.
To what? To be on the bench because he ain't gonna play.
He's good to
Why
go.
won't he play?
His legs healed.
Yeah, He's been
good
throwing
enough?
and everything. He's been
Yeah,
throwing.
he's projected to,
They say he's a go
be
back in.
good to go come September.
I will
They
go
say-
on the record right now and say if they franchise tag him, they're absolutely insane.
Yes, I agree.
But Jerry Jones is insane. That's the point.
I agree.
I would say if you don't get a contract done, you let him walk.
Then what you gonna replace him with?
Why did he mention New Orleans?
Andy
Cuz
Dalton.
are they?
Andy Dalton's gone.
Is Drew Brees retiring for
And Andy Dalton
what,
is
free
not the
agency?
same quarterback. Yeah, Andy Dalton was a 1 year rookie.
Supposedly.
Dak is not that good. He's
He's
not
better
worth
than
40
Andy
million.
Dalton. He's better than Andy
Dak?
Dalton. He's
Listen,
better than
Dak is
Andy
not
Dalton.
that
Yeah,
great.
Dak's better than Andy Dalton. I agree with that.
I'm not a Cowboys fan. Lord knows I can't stand the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But Dak, I mean,
We'll
it
see.
was the defense.
Name
the
a quarterback.
defense.
Oh,
Come
I
on,
would
man.
say
When he
this.
went down 1,800 yards, 9 TDs, 2 interceptions. The previous year, he threw over 4,500 yards, 30-plus touchdowns, and was it 7 interceptions?
Yeah.
The defense. They go into the draft and they pick offensive linemen, wide receivers. They did not need CeeDee Lamb. Wilson to the Jets. He likes the Jets too. The Jets were in that running, believe it or not.
You dropped him on his head. I know you did. Like, don't sit there and laugh with us.
Don't blame
You know
me.
what you did. You really know. We know what you did.
Don't blame me at all.
The Jets were in there. They were the 4th.
You got a guy who came into the league. Speaking of Dak Prescott, you got a guy who came in the league under tremendous pressure because you had to replace somebody they were looking at as a god in Dallas, and that was Tony Romo. And he won his first 13 games.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
He went 13 games straight, 12 or 13 games straight. Did not turn over the ball. Well, barely turned over the ball, and that was unheard of. He beat Tom Brady's rookie record or something.
Right.
Like he came in, and then the next
Are
year.
you comparing Dak Prescott to Tom Brady?
No, I'm saying
No.
if you're paying attention, I
Just
said
You did. You just compared it to him.
no, I did not. I said he beat his rookie record. I'm not comparing the two. No, not even the same thing.
Where's the
Nobody
rewind button?
compares.
Hi, Courtney.
Tom Brady's GOAT for a reason. Old bastard.
He's the absolute GOAT. Anthony can't and will never accept that, but that's the
No.
truth.
He can. And bless your heart.
What are you going to do?
I said he has the most Super Bowls, but he's not the most talented.
Chris Vant, Wilson wants the big market now. After football future, he goes Super Bowl. He will go where his wife wants him to go, like LeBron did. I like that. I like that a lot. Tom Brady got carried by referees his whole career. Says that on the troll.
That championship game was super suspect. So
I don't know what you mean.
We're on.
How are you guys? I'm fine.
Wilson.
I don't know. I can't speak for them, Courtney. How are you?
I'm good. I think
I'm so. I mean, I'm on the fence.
Yeah, we know.
I think he stays. I think Wilson stays in Seattle because they're not going to get rid of him.
Any second.
That's just my opinion. I mean,
Man, I want to agree with you guys, but I don't think this is all smoke and mirrors. I think there's something behind this with Pete Carroll retiring. I think that Russell's afraid that the Seattle's just going to kind of fall off the map. And he's at a crossroad. He's 32 years old. He'll be 33 when the season starts. So I like to think that there's more to this than meets the eye, and I would not be surprised if he's not a Seahawk next year. I wouldn't be shocked at all.
So are you asking, like, if it's one of these 4 teams, who would it be?
I was asking which one of those 5 teams, and you all said Seattle.
Because that's where he's going to be.
Okay. So say take Seattle off the board. Which one of those 4 teams would he end up in if he wasn't playing?
His best option would be Vegas.
Chicago. He's going home. Wisconsin Badgers.
He'll never win again.
He's
gonna be really running for his life again.
If he goes to the Bears, the Chicago Bears win that division over Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, after he breaks his leg and comes back the following year because
like
they got no offensive line.
I like that, Anthony.
Hopefully Trubisky resigns.
They're gonna draft offensive lineman.
They're gonna need a better backup.
They're gonna get fat Jason Peters because he's out there floating around.
So wait, you're saying Chicago's trading all their picks to Seattle for Wilson, and then they're still getting offensive line in the draft?
All picks? They're not taking all picks.
So what? You're getting them for nothing?
No, they'll come up with something that's worth it, but not all their picks.
Asking price is 3 first rounders.
Cardinals, what's up, Robert? By the way, Robert's a big Buffalo Bills fan, and he was pissed beyond belief that he wanted Jjy Watt bad for Buffalo.
Did they have the cap space for him?
What was that?
Did they have the cap space for him?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, they're better off without him.
Best market Dallas of these 4 teams. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering my question.
You said that's the best market. No shit, it's the best
Vegas.
market.
You said Vegas.
That's where he can win.
Yeah, where he has the best chance, Vegas.
Really? Why?
They have more.
Vegas was in the playoffs last year.
They have more cap space to do more stuff.
Vegas
they got better talent to surround him with.
All these other teams are strapped for cap space. Vegas has the biggest cap space, is what I'm saying.
And now, if you surround him with better talent,
you know what I mean?
He's going to go to Dallas and Zeke runs for 10 yards a game.
Nah, Pollard will run for 100, and then he'll throw for like 5,000 yards a season with all the receivers he has. Because
he'll run the ball for 10 yards, fumble the ball 9 times.
Good receivers in Dallas. If he goes to Dallas, there's good receivers there.
Yeah, he's got 3.
I don't want him in Dallas.
I know why you don't want him in Dallas.
But if I had to pick, if he's not going to be in Seattle, I think he's going to Dallas.
It'll be great. I mean, seriously, think about it. If Dallas gets down to the goal line, Zeke's going to fumble it or Wilson's going to throw an interception.
I mean, he could go to the Giants. He won't be tripping all over the damn field. If
I'm the Giants and I'm playing Dallas, I'm going for it on my own one on 4th down.
I mean, with that defense.
And this is why I bring this subject up, ladies and gentlemen. This is why. Right there. I love you, Anthony. That was great. All right. Our next segment.
The world's greatest hater.
Yeah.
He is.
Every once in a while, as people do know, every once in a while, I enjoy a good movie. I'm a movie nut, right? And some of you guys watch movies and some of you don't. I know Anthony doesn't watch too many movies. We tried to get him to watch The Big Lebowski. He hated it. And that's all the well and good. But if you had to pick, like, what was the worst movie you ever saw? Like, in Phil's case, he mentioned the fact that he might start watching a movie, and if it's that bad, he just turns it off. All right? But what if you were in the theater and you paid money? Would you walk out? I mean, have you ever walked out of a theater?
Yeah, I would.
I never walked out of a theater.
For movies that are on my list, are we going 3 or are we just picking 1?
You can as many as you want or have. What do you got?
That's a long ass list. Let's start.
You said you got 3.
Okay.
How about I go first since mine?
Go ahead, yeah, go first.
Fucking
Yeah,
short.
since Shango wants to take the whole freaking segment up. Go ahead.
Hey, you shut your mouth and just listen. Okay, listen. Educate yourself.
Listen, I got 4 that I seen. Now that you mention it, well, I sat and watched this movie with my wife called The Nun. I didn't like it. I was not a fan favorite.
A horror film, right?
Yeah, it was stupid. I didn't get the
I think I saw a preview for it, but I didn't see it.
You're a heathen.
That
Go
good. One of the worst Adam Sandler movies I ever seen, Jack and Jill.
Yes.
You know. And then the other night while I was at work, they had this HBO on, and they had some Eddie Murphy movie in outer space on the moon called The Adventures of Pluto Nash.
Nash.
Yeah.
The worst Eddie Murphy movie ever.
Yeah.
It's the worst movie. But one of the movies I sat and watched, and I was like, I think like it won a fucking Oscar in Academy, man, and I didn't like it. And I should have known after like watching the first 15 minutes, there was no fucking talking at all. It was just about these guys drilling for oil back in the day, and the father died, and this guy takes a baby and raises him, and he goes deaf. It was
There will be blood.
There will be blood. I
There will
did
be
not
blood.
get into that. It was so slow, so long. And I'm like, this got to be the worst freaking movie I've ever seen. I was with my buddy. It was
Alan says the
triple
worst
thing.
movie ever is Batman versus Superman.
There was three of us, three couples.
Dawn of Justice.
That's the only reason I didn't leave the movie.
Look at Sean.
And then it won an Oscar at the end of the year. It was best movie that year, and I thought it was horrible. But they're
that
the
happens.
ones
That happens sometimes. Some people say Citizen Kane was the best movie of all time, and I couldn't get behind it. I wasn't a big fan of it.
But that's it. That's all I have.
Hey, is that Joseph? Does he mean Norbit? Did he forget a letter in there?
Oh, another Eddie Murphy movie. Yeah, he did. That bee's right.
I don't know. I like
face.
Norbit when the water slide. When
What you mean? I'm not wearing bottoms.
Thank you.
I got two movies.
Go ahead.
So I'm a big Adam Sandler fan, and Jack and Jill's not on that list. For worst movies ever, I would say it's Overboard, his first movie. That was horrible.
Okay.
And then I told you guys, The Big Lebowski. That movie was fucking horrible. I watched it. I watched the whole thing, and at the end, I'm like, what the hell did I just watch?
Disgrace. Norbit is an absolute. How you doing? Norbit is an absolute timeless classic. How you doing?
That's how I know he got a head injury. Right there. Because he said
Anthony's dad is saying Norbit's a terrible movie. My son's saying it's a timeless classic.
Well, I mean, he's following The Big Lebowski, so I understand both sides of the fence.
The Three Amigos, Joe? Come on. No. Yeah.
I'm leaving. I'm out.
The Three Amigos?
I'm out.
That was
I'm out.
That's
Little Nicky, horrible. Little Nicky, yes.
You guys are Adam Sandler haters.
I'm telling you.
What the fuck was that?
AJ, what was the rest of yours?
No, he had two.
Two. And I seen a movie the other day. It was so bad. I'm trying to find out what it was called.
That's what
All
I
right,
had
you
to
got
do.
your list, Django. The boys
It was
went.
based off a video game. It was horrible.
You got your list?
Yeah, I got my list. Uncultured sons of bitches. All right.
Go ahead.
First and
Come on,
foremost,
talk
World
to
of
him.
Warcraft.
Alan the Third, Dragon Ball Z Evolution. Worst movie in all fucking history.
Yes, truth.
Did not stand that goddamn movie. Movie worse than that. Zombies versus wrestlers.
Okay.
Need I say more?
You
Are we
say
going
more.
like B? Are we going B-rated movies like
You said movies. It didn't
Any
matter if
movie.
you said it's not movies.
Attack of
That
the Killer
movie made me want
Tomatoes?
to.
Attack of the
That
Killer
movie made me want
Tomatoes.
to go outside and play in traffic with a blindfold and pitch black dark.
All right.
No. And this movie also won an Oscar. And I was sitting there the entire time with the same look I give Anthony when he says something crazy. I'm like, so what was the fucking point?
To an
Gravity.
Oscar winner? An Oscar winner? Gravity.
I'm like,
What Dragon Ball Z movie? What Dragon Ball movie?
that's not, nope. See,
No, which one? He didn't catch it. Which
Dragon
one?
Ball Z Evolution. It was the only live action Dragon Ball Z movie that had James Masters playing.
Godzilla versus King Kong. Chris says it's going to be terrible.
Chris, you're in
Did you see
time.
the movie? Did you see the movie Monster Hunter?
Yes, I
Sounds
did.
familiar.
Worst movie ever.
Can you mute him?
That movie was so stupid.
Can you mute him? Mute,
That
yeah,
movie-
can you mute him. That one below me. Mute him.
You like
Mute him.
that movie? Are you insane?
Oh, that's
Mute
agreeable.
him.
He's
Mute
agreeing with you about the Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
Thank God.
thank
I
you.
thought he meant the one of the good ones.
Oh no. Yeah, Monster Hunter could have been better. It wasn't as bad as the ones I named, but it wasn't like
Zombie
I
Land.
turned it off halfway through because I didn't. It was Stupidest fucking movie
Have you
ever
played
seen.
the games?
No.
Okay.
I'm glad I didn't play the games because the movie sucked.
Mute him. He didn't play the games. They don't count. Anyway, but yeah,
All right.
those.
Are you guys done? I'll give my bottom four.
Aliens, spiders.
Play
the game and shush.
Monster Hunter was a disgrace to the franchise. I love the Monster Hunter games. The movie was disgusting, and I won't acknowledge it.
Thank you.
I wouldn't say this. It wasn't
just
good.
prove my point.
All right.
See, that's how I know head injuries are a real thing. I thought you went to the doctor and got checked out.
I got a bottom four.
Okay, what are your bottom four?
I'm sorry, bottom five.
Oh, now you up in the ante?
Titanic.
Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise.
Okay.
That movie is an abortion. If you watch that movie, your eyes start to bleed about 10, 20 minutes in. All right.
I mean, the dialogue was hilarious.
No.
I mean, I laughed at it.
No. You would, but no.
What's that supposed to mean?
Gotta play the games to understand the movie, Sonny. Tell him, man. Get on his case.
Thank you, Sonny.
Get on his case, Sonny.
Thank you, Sonny.
All right, so number 4, Jaws.
Play that game are locked in their mom's basement. That's the
Jaws. I'm not like
Jaws
mom's
4.
The
Revenge. Jaws the Revenge. Where the shark chases them down to the Bahamas.
The sun.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if I ever saw that one.
Worst of them
the first
all.
one.
Terrible. I Jaws 1 is one of my favorite all-time movies, and that was
bad.
A dumpster fire.
That was bad. That was worse than Jaws 3D.
Number 3 is Wagons East with John Candy.
Yeah. Okay. Fair
Alan
enough.
says Jaws 4 is greater than Jaws 3. Wrong. That is so wrong.
What you do to that boy?
Number 2 is Mac and Me. Have you guys ever seen Mac and Me? All right, it was an alien movie that was come out in 1988, which was a direct ripoff of E.T. And if you don't believe me, go on YouTube.
Lips.
Yes, go on YouTube and look up Mac and Me's trailer and tell me that's not E.T. regurgitated with a different alien.
I have not seen that movie in years, and I know
Sharknado. Why. Chris Vant, agreed.
Yeah, I saw that. That was stupid. I forgot about that one.
Sharknado. You think Sharknado is bad? Alan, that's going to trigger Alan. He loves Sharknado.
Oh, terrorism.
And the number one, and my number one worst movie of all flipping time is Battlefield Earth with John Travolta.
What? Never seen it.
Are you raising your hand?
Yeah. So out of all the movies you just named, Battlefield Earth is the number one worst out of all of them?
Battlefield Earth. Have you watched the whole Sharknado series is a masterpiece.
Who said that?
Alan, I told you.
Trolling.
Somebody mentioned no. He really does love the Sharknado movie.
Can I take a moment here? Can I get a second?
Did he get enough oxygen when he was born?
Alan, I'm talking to you as a friend. I know you don't know me personally.
He wasn't with me until age 11.
That's
I know. I know you got some things in your life that have caused you to go down this path. But there is help for you. Just know that there is help for you. I don't know how many times you hit your head this morning, but doctors help. Okay? You put your pants on one leg at a time, not both, trying to jump into them, and you eat with a spoon, not in your pants. There's help for you. I'm telling you.
This message is brought to you by
head injuries.
You never put both legs in the pants at the same time?
I mean, I've tried, but it's always like if you jump up too much, you go in the zipper, and then. I
mean, what if you're sitting on the bed?
Thank God I wasn't with him until 11. I would have been worse.
Yeah, that makes sense. I do it on the floor.
You know what, though? Let me tell you something. What's hard about movies like picking your worst movies, like a lot of people like the Bourne Identities.
Yeah.
I didn't. And I'll tell you why, because I read the whole series, and they were the only thing they got fucking right was that the guy's name and amnesia.
Now, see,
that was it.
That's something that my wife and I argue about all the time when they have movies that are based on books.
They're never gonna
and
be
they,
as good as
and,
the book.
and they leave shit out.
Aragon.
They can't
See,
put
that's-
everything. Movies
that's
and
where you're
that was
wrong.
wrong.
Yep.
Like if there's a movie, why the hell you read the book?
Exactly. Thank you. Thank
Just
you,
watch the
Anthony.
movie.
Thank you.
Well, when you're in prison, that's all you have is books to read.
Okay.
There's that. There's
All
that.
right. Well, we'll stay off
I
that.
mean, that-
No, all right.
Touche. Touche.
No,
All
but
right.
I
That
love
makes
to
sense.
read.
All right. All right.
I love
It's
to
the
read.
truth.
Although
It's
most,
I-
although
And I'll read the book.
Anybody
before they
watching
even
this
make
right
the
now?
movies.
What is the
On
worst
prison.
movie you've ever saw?
He said in prison.
Debbie Does Dallas.
Well,
There's a lot of people in freaking Dallas.
Paint Your Wagon with Clint Eastwood. That's a movie?
I'm
That's
sure if
an
you just
old
put that,
one.
I never heard of it. For me personally, the worst movie I ever saw was Avatar.
Because
I
it wasn't
really
the same.
heavily dislike it. I don't know why everybody likes it. It's far from James Cameron's masterpiece.
Yes, exactly. That's
And
another
I'm
one. Same
serious
thing with
about that.
Aragon.
And
Same thing with
Batman and
Aragon.
Superman is a very close second. Oh,
I'm gonna
man.
punch him in the dick when I see him.
wait, is that the one? Wait, Batman versus Superman. Is that the one that Ben Affleck was the Batman?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where Superman died.
I'm gonna agree with Alan on this one.
Double
That
dick
was a horrible
punch.
movie.
Got you. Double dick punches.
I
Got
was
you.
upset with it. I'm not gonna lie. I was upset with it.
I just can't buy him as Batman.
I was upset with it, but I mean, I understand why they're trying to do the Justice League thing to compete with Marvel and the Avengers thing.
Mhm.
But
Actually, they're telling me the Incredible Hulk with Eric Bana was bad too.
oh,
Wait, it was. Never mind.
it was
That
terrible.
was horrible.
It
What about with
What is
Marky
that?
Wahlberg?
with,
Who's the best Hulk? Who's the best Hulk of all time?
Wait, is that? Wait a minute.
Lou Ferrigno?
Wait a minute.
Thank
Eric
you,
Bana,
AJ,
Eric
the only
Bana.
one with a brain.
Or
I
punch him
don't
in the
know,
dick.
man.
Just let,
I like
just let him know.
I like Edward Norton, but I
Chris.
also like what's his name?
Chris, my dear friend,
Mark Ruffalo.
we're talking about bad movies. Why do you want to talk about the best? Why do you want to go all positive on me? We're being negative right now.
Negative Ned
Sometimes negative is good.
or Negative Nancy.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, Edward Norton. He was the best Hulk.
Edward Norton, the best Hulk. Okay.
Yeah.
What about Mark Ruffalo?
He's
He was
good.
You know how that is.
I think Mark Ruffalo comes.
He's the
in
one
second.
that's
I like,
Hulk in the Avengers.
Yeah, I like Edward Norton better.
What about Lou Ferrigno, cuz?
Where he threw the bear. I always remember that episode.
Hairspray? Wait. I need clarification. Did Joe actually watch Hairspray? Because if that's true, I can't handle it, Anthony. I can't handle it.
He's a big movie guy. I would say he probably.
I know
watched
he likes movies,
Oh,
but
yeah.
Hairspray? Tell me
watch-
he did not watch
it.
Hairspray.
He'll watch
Hey,
anything.
hey, Joe.
So
since you
what's
watch
wrong with a man
movies-
watching Hairspray?
Nothing.
There's
What's
nothing
that
wrong
other
with
one?
you watching Hairspray, but there's something with Anthony's father watching Hairspray. Yes.
What's that supposed to mean?
What's that other movie with?
You're on TikTok. We expect you to watch anything.
That
You
was
watch
Ricky
that
Lake,
TikTok,
right?
What does that say about you?
You know, musicals with John Travolta dressing up in drag,
I
I
didn't
thought
hear
would be
what you
right
said.
down your alley.
You didn't hear what I said.
No, I didn't hear what you said.
I said you watch them. So what does that say about you?
Watch what? Your TikTok
All the
videos?
TikToks I make. Yeah.
I skip over them.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Not
No,
gonna
you
lie.
don't. I
Not gonna lie to you.
I know who likes the post. I can see who hits the like.
I watched the one with the goddamn controller, and I was like, "What is he doing with a controller in his car?"
Right.
Totally lost me, bro.
Right. Hey,
Because people
I got you.
go around with Xbox controllers in there.
I got you.
Drive
got
down
you,
the
buddy.
street playing my video games.
Bless your heart, Shango.
No,
Bless your
no,
heart.
no. Bless your heart. Bless your heart.
Everybody needs a catchphrase. Phil, you all right there, bud? You're mesmerized.
Just listening to these two.
It's the
This is
best.
why they have us on
It's
the
the
show.
best. When I got you guys together, I did not think that it would be this good. I thought it'd be good, but I didn't think it'd be this good. The chemistry we got in this room right here is
I'm just
amazing.
It's
glad
money.
no one's
money.
shaking. You know what I mean?
What was that?
I'm just glad no one.
Doing that.
Here we go. Here we fucking go.
Hey, you know what was funny? I had such
fucking
shitty
go.
service last night, and I was gonna send a comment to Big Al on his around the turbo. I was like, "Hey, is he doing any head jerking?" Just to
Not
get
during
in.
Chico Adams, man. I had Chico Adams. If you would have done that, I would have lost it when I was interviewing Chico Adams.
Yo.
Like this guy's been wrestling all over the. He wrestled for WWE and AEW.
I
You know we're
I
live,
was
right?
trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to break you.
Anything Twilight.
Yes,
Hey, I like
agree.
the Twilight.
Trash. Absolute trash. The whole damn series.
My
Absolute
wife loves the
trash.
Twilight, so I can't. I
I
can't
like
shit
it.
on the Twilight.
Twilight is horrible. It's trash.
I'm not allowed to swish on the Twilight. Shit on the Twilight.
So
Sonny says I watch his TikTok videos, and I ain't gonna lie. So if I may steal a catchphrase for a second, bless your heart.
everybody tries it. Everybody's saying it now.
So
Oh,
Sonny's,
like
Sonny's the other guy that watches your TikTok videos.
Hey,
we
Him and all the
found
12-year-old girls.
I'm
Yeah.
selling shirts, so
So we found both of them.
Yeah, Anthony and Sonny.
yeah. He raised his hand. Oh, God.
I watch it.
Yo. So, Mr. Joseph, would you like to give like any recap? I can't even do it. I can't even do it.
He said,
I can't even do it.
"How do you do your damn wrestling promos without corpsing?" That's what I want to know.
Who, me?
Yes,
Several takes.
yeah, I know. Listen to him.
Oh my God.
Anthony, how did the Yankees look this spring
Oh,
so far?
God.
Huh?
It was great. You know,
I was trying to change the subject.
they got a little bobbing, little weaving going on. They're doing all right.
You gonna watch that MMA fight this weekend?
Oh, yeah, there is an MMA
Did you
fight
watch that fight?
Saturday.
That was
I'm watching
horrible.
one on Saturday. It's gonna be a good one.
There's one this coming Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be a real
You
good
see
one.
the one last weekend?
No, I missed it, man. I was upset.
Man, I was waiting for someone to get knocked out in the heavyweight fight, and it went all 5 rounds. It was kind of
Damn it.
it was very disappointing.
Some heavy hitters.
They were heavy hitters. They both looked scared to throw. Though.
Ooh, yeah. You gonna see Ngannou and Miocic too. That's what the end of the month, the 27th.
Mm-hmm.
You got Amanda Nunes versus Megan Anderson. Megan Anderson, oh my God, Megan Anderson when she was in Invicta. It's all women's fight promotion.
Tons of big fights Saturday. Big Chris says.
Yes. That's gonna two heavy hitters. Megan Anderson is a knockout artist. She has sucked ass in the UFC the entire time. I hate to say it. I'm a huge fan of hers.
Interesting set of words. All right, so follow the Big Alboski Raw podcast on Spotify. If you haven't already, check me out. I do my best to entertain you for 20 minutes or so each podcast. Those are not live streams. What we're doing right here is a live stream. The Big Alboski Raw podcast is completely audio. I recommend the daughters episode. That was pretty funny what I did with my when I had my daughters on and I interviewed them for 25 minutes.
It was great. I was the only one that
Speaking of bobbing heads there, Shango. Speaking of bobbing heads, this Saturday on Around the Turnbuckle, I will be by myself because My co-host, Professor Keith, will be working, so I will be interviewing
I'm
Buck
available.
Beaver from Switzerland,
I'm available.
12 noon. You're available.
Available if you want to
Bob
do your
your
last
head?
episode.
Is that what you're saying?
How would you assume something?
Anyway, he's gonna go 1-on-1 with me. It's gonna be fun.
I got him winning that fight.
Live from Switzerland.
Nice.
And
That's really awesome.
and this Sunday on Around the Turnbuckle at 6:00, we have Steve Wilson. So tune into all our stuff by going to 2M1 Media, subscribing to our YouTube
That's
channel.
Williams.
Oh, I thought you had Dr. Death coming on.
You'll
No,
get
Steve Williams.
you'll get Spitting with Spitter. You'll get Shooting the Shit with Alan Spit. You'll be getting Around the Turnbuckle, and of course, your boys right here on Home Team Sports. I hope everybody had a good night tonight. You guys have any last words? And no, I'm not going to do the thing, Sean.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
My hands are up here. They need to be down here to hit the button.
No.
This message was brought to you by Jergens Body Lotion.
Wow. We'll see you all next time on Home Team Sports.
I see you shiver with anticipation.